Hello friend, in today's video we will be making gluten-free cheesecake brownies with optional peanut butter. If that's something you want to see, then do not adjust your screen. Alright, so the first thing we're going to mix together is our cheesecake because I feel like mixing that together first. And I have to use the mixer for it, so. I have 4 ounces of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of sour cream, and 1 egg.
Exterminate.
Where do you get the eggs from? And a 1/4 cup of vanilla sugar. You can use vanilla if you don't have vanilla sugar. Or when you see vanilla pods on sale, look on Facebook Marketplace because we got like a giant bundle from there, ones at a really good price. And then you just put it in your sugar. And you don't have to worry about vanilla extract, and you just put sugar in. Have 2 jars so you can alternate, and there you go. Alright, I'm gonna blend this up.
I like your little ring on the side of the bowl.
Yeah.
So.
I love this bowl for anything blending because, yeah, you just hold on to that because otherwise it just spins. But the little ring makes it nice and easy. It's not going to whip up because of the sour cream. Now I'm sure the next thing you're wondering to yourself, other than why am I putting sour cream, is normally cheesecake brownies call for a whole block of cheesecake or cream cheese, and then they're really, really rich and they're too heavy. But doing a 1/2 block, you get essence of cheesecake. It's more like a topping than a
hunk of cheesecake.
Yeah, hunk of cheesecake. And the reason for the sour cream is it adds a tartness to it. We often make no-bake cheesecake, which is pretty much cream cheese and sour cream.
Yeah, a little bit of lemon, add a little extra tart.
But I like the sour cream because then it just adds creaminess as well. So our brownie base, actually I should start over for that for the how this recipe is. So I will link the brownies down below, but this actual recipe doesn't belong, it doesn't appear anywhere because I made it up. Because like I said, every other recipe I looked at didn't do what I wanted it to do. So I'm taking our perfect gluten-free brownies and using that as the base. So I'll write it all down below, but of course you can check out our original recipe for it. I have my 1/2 cup of butter and 1 tablespoon melted. Add my 1 cup of white sugar. You can do vanilla sugar for this too if you want, and that'll just add the flavor depending on what size of jar you have your vanilla sugar in. But as someone who doesn't often add vanilla into things like this, I don't find it super necessary. And you're just mixing it with a spatula. And then 2 eggs, room temp. Have my oven heated to 350 on convection. I often bake on convection. I don't know why, actually when we first moved here, I accidentally was using convection not realizing it was convection because I was used to an oven that said convection bake. Not that had the little fan on it. I was like, oh, it's just got a little... Anyway, we also have a drawer I didn't know about, so... But make sure you take your paintbrushes out of the oven before you turn it on.
Yes.
Why do I have paintbrushes in the oven?
Cats.
Because I'm painting, yeah. And when I'm done, I have to let them dry and put them in the oven so the cats don't steal them and eat them. I say cats, I mean Chip. Misty wouldn't eat them.
No. She might play with it.
If Chip's already stolen it. But hey, you know what? They're honing their skills. We had a mouse. You know,
not for
we have
long.
a mouse, yeah. Not for long. We heard it in the upstairs unit, and then it was dead. And my aunt took it out because I was like, no, can't do it. I can kill all the spiders you want, but mice,
Dead mice.
freak me out, yep. But it was dead.
Thanks to those rascally kittens.
Exactly. So you know what? Psh, that is a deal I am willing to make. That and they purr real nice. Alright, so we were busy chatting, so I didn't actually say I added my cup of sugar, and then 1/2 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of cocoa, 3/4 teaspoon baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And the 2 eggs. And then just gonna
Where'd you
pour
get the
this.
eggs?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 11. Where did you get the eggs? Bow ties are cool.
Fezzes are cool.
Bow ties are cool. Mohawks aren't cool. You've seen the new trailer that Matt Smith is in. Looks interesting. It's always funny when they do bad things to good people's hair. Good people's good hair. It's worse when they make them grow really interesting facial hair. And you're like, aw. You know you don't do that in your real life. It's one thing if you do it in your real life. That's cool for you. But when you know it's people who are like, I did not have a good time dealing with that every day. Alright, we're just going to spread this in. And this is just parchment paper that was deparched. You just pour a little bit of water on it and scrank it out, and then it actually sits in your pan properly. And then...
Who knew you could do that?
Right? It's like magical. Alright. Set this here. And I have my cheesecake. It's not super thick, but it's also not like super runny. And you're just gonna plop it over top.
That's a great word.
Plop.
You're gonna spoon it?
Yeah. Well, kind of spoon, kind of pour. Like other recipes I saw, like I said, they had the big thing, and then they had you put half your brownie batter down, then your giant cheesecake layer, and then dollop the brownie over top. I just didn't like that. I've had them, I've made them, they taste good, but it's just not what I was going for. I wanted ribbons of cheesecake.
And not quite so much cheesecake.
Yeah. And we decided to use this brownie batter because it's not a super wet brownie batter that then you're just going to end up with goo.
Or with a cakey
Yeah.
brownie. And
We know it turns out a fudgy brownie. And I'm just swirling it in. Clean that off. And then, the optional part, just melted peanut butter. And just pour that over. I saw someone do it this way with cookie butter when I was looking for peanut butter cheesecake brownie recipe, and I was like, hey, that sounds like a great idea. If you've gone to the trouble of making gluten-free cookie butter, then groovy. If not, you can use peanut butter or almond butter or sunflower butter.
Any nut or seed butter.
Yeah.
That strikes your fancy.
Or omit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessary. Alright, and then we're going to pop this in the oven for about 30 minutes. I will write down the exact time that it takes. It will then come out, chill at room temperature, and then go into the fridge. And we'll probably be back here tomorrow to slice and show you the product. Alright, so it's the next day. I just covered it with saran wrap, left it in the fridge. I find anytime you make brownies, you'll want to put them in the fridge for a couple hours. That's how you get the really nice fudgy texture.
It's kind of like stew. It always tastes better the next stew.
Stew and chili.
Yes.
And then give these a nice cut. Let's do a nice quarter piece. And so you have, actually let's go in a little bit because I'm like, you can really see the layer from having an edge. So I just hack it. I'm not fancy. You can see there's cheesecake, but it's not half of it's cheesecake. It's just a nice little bit. Do a nice little taste test. Let's come to a taste test.
Just have to wiggle my way out from behind the camera.
Get a wiggle on.
See that? Nice and fudgy. I like having the cheesecake makes it not as sweet because you didn't make the cheesecake sweet.
No. And the sour cream
Super good.
helps counter it, so it just adds richness instead of just sweet. Though, well, it might make it a little more sweet. Another way to do this is if you had half a tin of cherry pie filling instead of peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that, then you'd have nice black
Chocolate
forest
cherry cheesecake brownies.
So you could do that with the same recipe. So yeah, I think it turned out perfectly. My brainchild worked. So till next time, stay caffeinated, stay cozy.
Stay awesome.